Perseverance is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. It's the relentless drive to keep moving forward, no matter how many obstacles stand in your way. Because the talent isn't enough, intelligence isn't enough, hard working isn't even enough. If you don't have the discipline to stay consistent, will you keep pushing forward, or will you let the struggles define you? Because no matter how good you are, without regularity, you will never win. Have you ever heard of an athlete who won Olympics after one workout? Do you know a businessman who went from absolute zero to a millionaire in 4 hours? It's a fantasy we all wish was real, but the truth is there's not how succeed work. Succeed is built on the foundation of perseverance, not talent, not luck, but determination to keep pushing forward the faultless moments. It's the resilience to get back after every failure and the drive to carry on when everyone else gives up. We live in a world that glorifies instant results. Scroll through your feed and you will see story after story of quick transformation, get rich quickly schemats, and life-changing hacks that promise succeed with minimal effort. But if you look deeper, you will realize those stories are bullshit. They are consciously or not lie to you, most often by cutting their stories. Someone tried 10 different businesses, none of them worked. He learned his lesson and his 11th business got succeed. Then he only showed his 11th business. That's how anyone can look like a genius. Instant success is a myth. Think about the stories you hear about the real successful people, the ones who make it big, whenever they are athletes, entrepreneurs or artists. Do you think they achieved greatness by doing the bare minimum or skipping the grind? No. They pushed through obstacles, challenges and failures. They kept showing up every single day and never gave up. Those who succeed aren't the ones who lacked into succeed or found a shortcut. They are the ones who stay consistent. I used to think I could go all in for a week, putting in 20 hours work days. Think that sheer intensity would guarantee succeed. But here is the problem with that mindset. It burns you out. I work tirelessly. Day after day, I was obsessed with productivity. But after a week, my body and mind were drained. I couldn't continue, but I still tried. My body refused, but I didn't hear it. I was thinking, I am so productive. My discipline is amazing. I'm so fucking tired, but I still working. And guess what? Tasks that normally takes a couple of minutes, after weeks like that, took hours. I was thinking I'm productive. Because I worked so hard, I only wasted time. The work I did started become unsustainable. Finally, I crashed. For months, I did nothing. This was really hard. I need to change my mindset entirely. But that experience taught me one of the most valuable lessons I have ever learned. Sustained success is built on consistency. What changed? Instead of burning myself out, I realized I could build long-term results by being consistent and staying disciplined. I learned that it's better to work 4 hours every day for an entire year than to binge on crash after working 20 hours a day for a short time and then burning out for months. The secret is in discipline of perseverance. The discipline to show up day after day, even when you don't feel like it, even when no one is watching. It's about committing to the process, even when the excitement wears off. So once again, go back to familiar sports example. You decide to transform your body. You are fired up. So, you hit the gym 7 days a week, for 8 hours a day. You push your limits, testing your body endurance, trying to maximum every single moment. But what happens after the third day? Your body anxious, you can't move, your muscles are sore, and your energy is gone. Skipped a day, then 2, then 3, then a month goes by without hitting the gym again. And when you finally come back, you are back to square one. You have lost everything you have worked for. The frustration builds up. The sense of failure sets in. But here is the truth. You didn't fail because you couldn't do the work. You failed because you don't understand the principle of consistency. Now, compare this to someone who trains just 3 days a week for 3 hours, but never stops. In the beginning, it may look like they are putting in less effort. But over time, they are consistency improving. They are building the strength, endurance and mindset, slowly but certainly. In a year, they have built muscle, toned their body and achieved more than they ever imagined. Because they stand consistent. Whenever you are trying to build wealth, develop a skill or improve your life, consistency is the foundation. The reason most people don't succeed is because they think succeed comes quickly. And when it doesn't, they give up. But those who understand the perseverance know that succeed is earned. You earn it by putting in the work, day in and day out, even when you don't feel like it. Let's talk about entrepreneurs. How many of them succeed on the first try? Very few. Most of them struggle, they fail, they lose money, lose time, lose hope. But what keeps them going? Perseverance. They understand that building a business is a marathon, not a sprint. They keep going when it's hard. They keep adjusting, learning and improving. The same applies to anyone trying to achieve greatness. Whenever in sport, art, relationships or personal development, you will face obstacles, you will feel exhausted, you will feel like quitting. But the difference between succeed and failure is whenever you're giving up or you keep going. Imagine a scenario. Let's say you are training for a marathon. The first few weeks are brutal. Our body anxious. The training feels monotonous. You want to give up. But what if you kept going? What if you decide, no matter how difficult it gets, you will show up for every single run, no matter how small or insignificant it seems in the moment. After a few months, you will be running longer distances without breaking a sweat. The sorenesses will go away, your body will adapt, and you will build endurance. By the time race day comes, you will be ready. You will be prepared to run the marathon and cross the finish line. That's the power of perseverance. It's not about how quickly you can get from point A to point B. It's about staying in the course even when it's hard. That's why most people fail. The sad reality is, most people give up when they are just a few steps away from their breakthrough. They start strong. They get excited. But when they hit a wall, when they feel tired or discouraged, they throw in the towel. They don't understand that the most crucial part of the journey is the part when you feel like giving up. Because if you push through that point, you will find the succeed isn't as far away as you thought. You don't let the hard times stop you. You don't let frustration decide your action. Push through the discomfort, because that's where growth happens. Every action you take today is a decision that shapes your future, whenever you realize it or not. Most people don't see it happening. They think skipping a workout, slacking off for a day, or making excuses just once won't matter. But that's how it starts. That's how mediocrity creeps in, silently, until one day you wake up and there are nothing to achieve for you. So let's look ahead. Let's see what happens when you let it control you. It's a long time from now. You wake up, but not the way you want to. There is no excitement, no rush of energy to start a day. You open your eyes, but you feel even more tired than yesterday. The familiar tirednesses that's been weighted you down for years. It's not physical extension, it's the extension that's come from living a life you never really wanted. You hear the alarm ring, but your body doesn't want to move. You stare in the college for a while, thinking about the day ahead. You know you should get up, but it feels so much easier to stay there, to hit snooze one more time. You tell yourself, tomorrow I will wake up earlier. But deep down, you know that's a lie. The days blur together. You drag yourself out of bed, move through the motions, and do just enough to get by. You go to the same fucking job. The same routine. You show up, punch in, wait for the clock to hit 5 PM, and then you are free. For a few hours at least. But even then, it's not real freedom. You waste your evenings scrolling through your phone, watching porn, playing video games, and trying to convince yourself that this is a fun. But this fun stuff doesn't get you fun for a long time. You are bored, and you feel empty. As the months go by, you try to ignore the feeling, but it doesn't go away. It only gets stronger. One day, you look back and realize that dreams you had, the goals you set, they are all slipping away because you choose to be weak. The years have passed and you are still stuck in the same place, making the same excuses, getting the same results. You could have had more. You could have done more. But you didn't, because you were too weak to change. Now, let's back. The same years, same position. But this time, you act different. The alarm rings, but you don't hesitate. You get up, your body protests, but you don't listen. You refuse to let your mind control you. You control your mind. You rise, not because it's easy, but because you understand that what you do now shapes everything that comes next. You don't start your day scrolling mindlessly on your phone. No, you start with purpose. You move with intention. Whenever it's a workout, reading, or building your skills, you begin each day with the goal of bettering yourself. At first, of course it's hard. Your body refused. Your mind tells you to stop, to rest. After some time, you start to making progress. And you slowly start to feel the temptation to go even harder, to work more, to even sacrifice your sleep and mental health. But you don't give in, because you know, in the long run, it won't be beneficial for you. This decision also requires discipline, doesn't it? And over time, something incredible happens. You look in the mirror, and for the first time in years, you don't hate what you see. Your body is stronger, more defined, your posture is different, confident, proud. You stand tall, you earn the confidence you feel, and it shows in every steps you take. At the work, you stand out. You are no longer just a cog in the machine. You are the one who's always pushing forward. People start to notice. They see your discipline, your drive, your relentless focus. And finally, you start a successful business. And the best part, it's not just about material things. It's about your mindset. You no longer wait for the perfect moment. You don't waste time wondering if you are good enough. You don't sacrifice your mental health and lie to yourself that this is productive. You don't question yourself. You stop bullshit to yourself. Now you have proven to yourself that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. You realize that your future is not determined by luck, not by circumstances, but by your ability to keep going, no matter how hard it gets. And you can't help when feel a sense of accomplishment filled you from inside out. And you know that today You choose to work, and that choice is what will create your future. You won.